Israel was drowning in false gods. So God fed one man in the wilderness. A child stopped breathing, and a prophet dared to challenge death. 450 prophets, one man. He didn't scream, he didn't bleed, he prayed. He struck the river, but heaven wasn't finished with him. No grave, no funeral, no body. He didn't die.
There are only two men in Scripture who never died. One vanished without warning. The other was a man who split rivers, called down fire, and stood alone against kings. His name was Elijah. And on his final day, he did not collapse, he did not fade, he walked into the sky. But here is what most people don't know. This was not sudden. He knew it was coming, and someone was watching. Before the whirlwind, before the fire, there was a prophet who shut the heavens for 3 years, Elijah. He walked into the court of kings and did not tremble. He mocked 400 prophets of Baal while fire fell from heaven. He outran chariots, he hid in caves, and he heard God not in thunder, but in a whisper. Years earlier, Elijah had found a young farmer in the field. Elisha was not a warrior, not a priest, not a man of power, just a man behind oxen and dust. Then Elijah walked past Elisha. No explanation, no announcement. He threw a cloak over Elisha's shoulders. That was the call. Elisha burned his plows. He slaughtered the oxen. He left everything behind. Since that day, Elisha followed Elijah like a shadow follows flame. Not just a student, a witness. And now, on this final day, the air felt heavier, like heaven itself was holding its breath. They began at Gilgal. No crowds, no ceremony, just two men walking. Elijah stopped. "Stay here. The Lord has sent me to Bethel." Elisha's voice was quiet. "As surely as the Lord lives, and as you live, I will not leave you." They walked on. At Bethel, prophets gathered in whispers. "You know the Lord will take your master today." Elisha did not look at them. "I know, be silent." Again Elijah turned. "Stay here, I am sent to Jericho." The answer was the same. "I will not leave you." 3 cities, 3 moments of separation, 3 refusals. This was not loyalty, this was hunger. They reached the Jordan River. 50 prophets followed from a distance, watching, waiting, judging, testing. Elijah removed his cloak, rolled it in his hands, struck the water. The river split, not symbolically, not spiritually, physically. Water rose on both sides. A path of earth opened between walls of flowing silence. They crossed on dry ground, and the prophets watched from afar. Something was ending. On the other side, the wind moved softly through the reeds. Elijah turned and spoke. "What do you want me to do for you before I am taken?" Elisha did not hesitate. Let me inherit a double portion of your spirit. Not twice the power, the inheritance of a firstborn, the weight of a nation, the burden of continuation. Elijah's eyes grew still. You have asked a hard thing. If you see me when I am taken from you, it will be yours. See. Not look away, not fear, not blink. See.
They kept walking, talking, like two men sharing one last ordinary moment. Then, the sky tore open. Fire, not falling, dividing. A chariot of flame burst between them. Horses of fire screamed through the wind. Elisha stumbled backward. Elijah! The whirlwind rose like a living thing. Dust bent, trees shook, the sky roared. Elijah did not fight it. He did not reach for Elisha. He did not cling to earth. He rose, not dying, not falling, rising, higher, smaller, gone. Elisha screamed, my father, the chariots and horsemen of Israel." And then, silence. The wind died, the fire vanished. Something drifted down slowly, softly, Elijah's cloak. It fell at Elisha's feet, the weight of legacy resting in woven fabric. Elisha tore his own clothes in grief. Then he picked it up, turned back toward the Jordan. The prophets were still watching, waiting to see if heaven had truly chosen him. Elisha struck the water. Nothing happened. He struck again and spoke, "Where is the Lord, the God of Elijah?" The river split. Again, heaven answered. The prophets bowed. The spirit of Elijah rests on Elisha. Validated, confirmed, transferred. Elijah did not die. There was no grave, no decay, no funeral stone. He walked into the sky, and heaven announced his approval. But power in heaven does not guarantee honor on earth, because in the city of Bethel, voices were already gathering, waiting, mocking, testing, and the bears were closer than anyone realized. The prophet who watched fire rise was about to face something darker on the ground, and this time he would not be standing beside Elijah. Subscribe to watch this next video where Elisha faces kids who mocked him and a bear killed them.